What's good, YouTube? It's Justice, I used to be Pay, and today I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the most embarrassing thing that rappers are doing nowadays. But before I get into that, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me out a ton. As music has become more streaming based, a lot of artists are trying to find ways to increasingly make more money because there's been a lot of conversations about streaming not really paying that well, or streaming not paying as well as the artists think it should. There's been a lot of conversations about CDs and radio play back in the day paying way more than the streaming services do now. Even somebody like Snoop Dogg famously complained that he had like 1 billion streams and that paid out to $45,000. So there's been a lot of conversations about this, and obviously, in order to make more money off of streaming, you need more streams. So everyone's been trying to figure out how to get more streams. But as of recently, rappers have just gotten super ridiculous in their methods of getting more streams. Streaming is the dominant way that music is platformed and listened to, and it's still like relatively new, and people are looking at this puzzle, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out how to play it. And the top method that has kind of come from this is the quantity method. And what I mean by that is literally just dropping as much as possible to give yourself the most opportunities possible to get the most streams possible. For example, if I'm an artist and I'm about to drop a 15-song album, instead I'm going to drop a 25-song album to give myself more opportunity to get more streams. Now, some of those songs that are going to end up on the 25-song album probably wouldn't have been there if this was only dropped on CD or iTunes where everyone had to buy it regardless. But because it's on streaming services, I'm going to throw a couple of them extra songs on there. Or even when it comes to dropping singles, for example, look at somebody like JT from the City Girls. She just recently dropped a single not that long ago called Sideways. So when you went to go download Sideways, when you went to go play Sideways, when you found it on her page on Apple Music or Spotify, when you clicked on it and downloaded it, not only did Sideways come with it, but the song No Bars came with it as well, which is already a much bigger song, a song that everybody already likes. But you pair it with that new song in order to run up the streams for that new song. So everyone's been trying to put together this quantity method. You can even look at somebody like Taylor Swift. What happens when she re-releases her music? Now, obviously, there's a whole backstory with that. It's not just Taylor Swift just re-releasing music. It's not that simple, but you can see that this quantity method is real and everyone is using it. And this is a thing that's been happening for a while now, but this weekend, it just got to a point where it was just ridiculous. I couldn't ignore it anymore. I just had to say something. And that was with French Montana's release of his newest album, Mac and Cheese 5. Now, I have not listened to the album. I have nothing to say about the quality of the album. I don't know. It might be the best album that's ever been released ever. I'm not that big of a French fan, so I doubt it, but who knows? But French Montana not only dropped Mac and Cheese 5, but he dropped Mac and Cheese 5 acapella version. He dropped Mac and Cheese 5 slowed version. He dropped Mac and Cheese 5 sped up version. He dropped Mac and Cheese 5 instrumental. He dropped Mac and Cheese 5 acapella. And then he dropped Mac and Cheese 5 versions, which is literally every version that I just listed put together on one album for a runtime of 6 hours. And this is just a sad act, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It feels like you are begging for streams, like begging for streams. Like you're in SpongeBob playing the smallest violin in the world. Bro, please, bro, let me get an extra stream, bro. I even put the slowed version. Y'all like the sped up version, right? Y'all kids like the sped up version, right? I got the acapella. You want the, like, it feels like you are panhandling on the street, shaking a cup for streams. This is the where my hug at version of streams. This is the whole, like, you getting in the shower without me version of streams. Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, it just feels like you're begging. And I blame DDG for this. Now, this is a joke, but it's not a joke at the same time, because DDG probably is not the first person to do this, but he's the first person I ever saw drop a song with 7 different versions. When he had the song I'm Geekin', he had the slow, the sped up, the nightcore, he had, like, bro, he was going crazy when it came to like dropping I'm Geekin' songs. So I blame DDG for this unironically. Now, I'm gonna be real, this doesn't really affect me too much as a listener because I can just go in there and listen to what I want to listen to. I'm not gonna play the slowed, sped up, nightcore, reverse, chopped and screwed version of the song. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I can just listen to what I listen to and leave. But it's just like a bad look, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bad look. Like, we all see what you're trying to do, bro. We all see what you're trying to do. And honestly, if your song isn't trending on TikTok slowed down, or it isn't trending on TikTok sped up, you don't need to drop those versions of the song, bro. It just feels like you're begging. You just don't need to. It just looks kind of weird. Now, certain songs have blown up on TikTok with a sped up version, so I get it. But not every song has done that. It just kind of feels a little bit desperate. It feels like you're begging for some streams. And I know that I'm talking about French Montana in this video, and that's kind of what set this video off for me, but he's not the only one that does it. There are other big artists that do it as well. I've seen Gunna do it. I've seen Nicki Minaj do it. I've seen Lotto do it. So he's not the only one, but it's just like, come on now, dog. Like, his explanation for it, his explanation for dropping an 126 track album with 6 hours worth of listening time was, well, people always ask me for different versions of my songs, so I just dropped like all the Stop it, bro. No, bro, I don't believe you, bro. You're telling me legions of people were asking for your album sped up? It just dropped. You didn't even give them a chance to ask for the music yet. Now, I will say this, dropping an instrumental version, you're doing it a little bit. You're playing the game, but I will let that slide because, you know, people like to use instrumentals to do their own thing and you want other people to use your work. I can let that slide. It's still the same thing, but I can let that slide. But French Montana, your entire audience is 30 and up. You expect me to believe that they're asking for a slowed and sped up version of your entire album, bro? Your entire audience is not on TikTok. It just like, stop it, bro. Come on now. And truth be told, it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. Like, I don't want this to be like me trying to start a revolution. It's really not that deep. It's just a bad look in my opinion. It just looks really, really bad when you got to drop 40 versions of a song to boost your sales. Like, aren't you a big dog? Especially with these rappers, because y'all rappers all claim to be big dogs. Y'all getting this money, you, him, you, this, you, that. Ain't nobody messing with you, but you dropped 7 versions of your song, brother. It sounds like you need some help. Like, you know, you got all this money, why are you doing? It's just a bad look in my opinion. It's just a bad look. It's really not that serious. It's not that deep. I don't want anyone to leave this video mad or anything like that, because you can really just go in and ignore the Nightcore chopped and screwed version of I'm Geeking and just listen to the original for some reason if you want to do that. I don't know why, but like, it's just a bad look. It's just kind of embarrassing. It makes you look desperate. It makes you look thirsty, but hey, I get it. You're trying to get your money. I'm trying to get mine too, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just a bad look in my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all like that stuff. Maybe you were the legion of people watching this video who asked French Montana for a acapella version of it. French Montana dropped an acapella version of his album. Who asked for this? Like, I'm sorry. That's insane to me. Now, maybe some DJs might want it, but come, like, bro. Let's be serious. But whatever, that's besides the point. If you made it this far, I greatly appreciate you. Have a good day. Be safe, be blessed. Tell me I'm dumb. Tell me I'm smart in the comments. Whatever you got to say about this video. Again, have a good day. Be safe. Peace.